And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Throwing to start the drive. Golden. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. The Packers at 11-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Quick slant to Watson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Off play action. Golden. Touchdown, Packers! Jacoby Myers. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game.
Back in this offense, heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
To throw on 2nd down. Golden. And this is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On 3rd down, Golden. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Throwing on 1st down. Golden. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw on third down, Golden. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
They'll take over their first and 10 at their own.
Now they're a little further behind the 8 ball after the interception. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the slant, he's got Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Golden. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Their quarterback leading this offense back out, and he got off to the hot start. Throwing to start the drive. Golden, quick slant here to Smith. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first and 10, Golden. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing on first down. Golden. And this one complete to Smith. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of time. Well, the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Golden. He's got Smith here. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they're fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Back to throw again. Goes right back to Smith again. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. Only a yard in the completion. It's second and goal.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, they certainly are.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Throwing to start the drive. Golden, open man right side, Myers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On first down, Golden. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. Back now at Lambeau. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. Golden. And he will find Davis. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking to throw on second down. Golden. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Golden. Touchdown! Jacoby Myers. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
The Packers offense set to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's Myers again with another catch. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Golden. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Throwing on first down, Golden. His throw incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Golden. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. So the Packers down by 15. A little over a... They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is caught. It's Davis.
It's a gain of 27 yards.
first down. Golden being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Golden. This is Smith with a grab. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Back to throw. Golden. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. So the victory here for San Francisco. And we talk so much about the turnover battle. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards there, a first down. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Packers at 11-2 now. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll find Gabriel Davis. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Golden. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's 2nd down.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's a Packers touchdown. Jacoby Myers, his 11th touchdown of the year.
as they have taken the lead. On that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Out is their quarterback with his offense to take over once more. He connected on all 5 of his throws on that opening drive and finished it with a touchdown pass as they begin here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Golden over the middle. He's got Myers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Golden. That's caught by Myers. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Myers. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Back to throw. Golden forced out to his left. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have taken the lead. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next position. They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Golden. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Throwing on 1st down. Golden over the middle to Smith. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, Golden. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he will have a 1st down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Well, the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the 1st half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
On 1st and 10, Golden. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it in. Facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
To throw on 2nd down. Golden swings this out for Hunt. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything...
Gabriel Davis with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their... Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Throwing to start the drive. Golden. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Golden. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. And boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Golden. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Herb Smith Jr., an 18-yard touchdown grab. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
That was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone to give him points for patience.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back. Throwing to start the drive. Golden. Open man is Myers. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The end result, 21 yards. Operating from the gun. Golden. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Looking to throw. Golden. Touchdown, Packers. Gabriel Davis with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continue.
He's got a man, complete, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 36 yards on the play.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Gabriel Davis from 10 yards out. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Now the Packers get set to go. Operating from the gun. Golden. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Throwing to start the drive. Golden. Very quick throw. He's got Myers. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be 2nd and a couple. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down, Jacobs. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Charles, a lot of happy. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. Throwing on 1st down. Golden. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Operating from the gun. Golden. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Operating from the gun. Golden. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. On 1st down, Golden over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Operating from the gun. Golden. Quick slant here to Smith. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Golden. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Packers at 12-2 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. They'll look to throw again. Goes right back to Smith again. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Jacobs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Looking to throw on second down. Golden. Touchdown, Packers! Gabriel Davis with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Packers drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. That could be an important swing. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had throwing to start the drive. Golden got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Golden. And bringing it in, it's Davis. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock... The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought the first half They didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of...
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. The last drive, he threw the interception, and that led to a field goal to tie this. Throwing to start the drive. Golden. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
At their 48-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Golden. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 28. That one goes for 24 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Myers. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Got to give credit to both defenses because they've been able to keep the points down. And despite that incompletion, I like the way he's playing. He's putting up decent numbers. What he has to do, find a way to make...
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Golden. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Golden. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Bears.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. On 1st and 10, Golden. Open man right side, Myers. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Throwing on 1st down, Golden. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Golden on the slant. He's got Davis. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Golden over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Gabriel Davis halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. On 1st down, Golden. And he fires one incomplete. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Golden finding Hunt. And he'll get this up past the 45. It's a 1st down, but the tackle comes in bounds. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Now a 1st throw here in overtime. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he whips that one incomplete there. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis. And now it's 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. The Packers ready to take over offensively. Throwing to start the drive. Golden, complete. Smith has it. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Back to throw. Golden. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Looking to throw. Golden. Very quick throw. He's got Myers. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Golden. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the whole team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away.